Right. We arrived yesterday, so we started bright and early this morning, but it is our first day. We did get the recorder from the locomotive last night, but it takes time to get the information from the recorder if it's even available. And there are many different types of recorders. It's not just a matter of opening it up and finding out what happens. You have to actually change the zeros and ones into actual usable data.
Is there asbestos in the building?
There is a likelihood that there is, and we're testing for that because the building was built in 1907. So it's very likely that there's asbestos, and we do not want our investigators or anyone else exposed to that.
Will PTC ever be installed here, and does it matter as a train's approaching the station? Does it slow the station down? Is it capable of slowing down a train in a situation like this?
So we hope that PTC will be installed everywhere. That's part of our most wanted list of transportation priorities. But as far as this accident, we don't know if it would have prevented this accident, and that's what we're going to look into. But PTC what it does do is it prevents train-to-train collisions.
Right.
It also prevents derailments due to speeding, overspeed. It prevents incursions into work zones, and so PTC is a system that knows the speed limits, and it interacts with the track and the signals in the train in order to stop a train if the engineer does not do it.
Even if it's approaching a station?
That's right, in any case.
In any case.
We just don't know about this particular case yet.
What are the conditions like in there? How difficult is it for you to get to that point of impact in the front?
There is a lot of destruction. It's very difficult to get in. That's why we're so concerned about safety. I mean, you can actually see that the canopy or the roof has collapsed over that section, and it's resting on top of the controlling car. So, as you can imagine, we don't want anyone to go in there until that is completely stable.
How long before we know what's on the box that you took from the back?
We're not sure. So we have all of our experts looking at it, but since every black box or event recorder is different, we have to look at the type of recorder it is and how to actually do the analysis to get that information out.
And do you have the video that was on the dash cam there?
We will, yes. So right now we can't access that front controlling car yet, but there is forward-facing camera video, so we hope we'll be able to get that, as well as the one from the locomotive.
What about interviewing the the conductor?
So we'll be interviewing all three members of the crew, we hope. We're making that request, and if they agree, we'll be able to do that today.
Is there any reason they wouldn't agree?
We hope not. The purpose of our investigations is always to find out what happened. Most people are very cooperative because they know that we're the folks coming in just to see what we can do to prevent it from happening again, not to lay blame.
Is there a camera on the engineer?
Is there a camera
on the engineer? It's facing forward, but
there is a forward-facing camera only.
What about any other radio surveillance or video surveillance from the scene or the?
We will be looking at that. So there's a lot of different cameras, security cameras, that type of thing. We always take that into consideration. So we're trying to collect all of that right now, since we can't actually access part of the scene. So we're trying to get all the other information.
And what about automatic speed control?
Thanks, guys.